What's going on, friends? Samprentice back once again. You might remember this. This is the EufyMake E1. In fact, it's not the original one. This is the newer version. This is the post-Kickstarter campaign version. And of course, when we first looked at this machine, I described it as being a business in a box. But of course, when we looked at that product just over a year ago, it was one of those things that potentially could be game-changing, or one of those pieces of equipment that's very expensive and ultimately just becomes furniture.
Because this is not a normal printer. This is not a 3D printer, it's not a laser, it's not a cry-cut. This is a personal UV printer. And more specifically, EufyMake are calling this the world's first personal 3D textured UV printer, which of course sounds incredible. Friends, let's get straight on into this one.
You are watching a master at work.
Normally, getting parts made means using multiple services, judging different systems, and dealing with unnecessary friction. PCBWay.com simplifies all of that. PCB, CNC machining, 3D printing, and sheet metal fabrication, it's all available in one place, through one single platform. You upload your design once, choose exactly what you need, and manage everything from a single dashboard. It saves time, reduces mistakes, and makes the entire process far more efficient. Check them out today at PCBWay.com. Now, before I go any further, I want to reintroduce this properly because the last time we saw the EufyMake E1 on the channel was around about a year ago. And that doesn't mean that it's been sat in a warehouse somewhere getting dusty. In fact, quite the opposite. We've been using this machine in production, especially when it comes to printing directly onto 3D printed parts. And this is where things start getting interesting, certainly for me, because 3D printing is a great way of making a thing, but making that thing look finished, or making it look branded, or making it look like something that belongs on a shelf and not something that's just come out of a shed at midnight is a completely different problem. And that's where this machine has become surprisingly useful.
So of course, when EufyMake reached out and said they wanted to send me another machine, well, of course it was difficult to say no.
But the funny thing is, when it arrived, I got so wrapped up in actually playing with it, testing it, printing on different things and trying ideas.
And from that, obviously, the content started to slow down. Sorry, Eufy.
In hindsight, I was supposed to be making a video, but instead I accidentally started to enjoy the machine, which to be fair is probably a better review than anything that I could have scripted. Now, when we first looked at the EufyMake E1, the interesting bit wasn't that you could just print onto things, because printing onto things already existed. UV printers already exist, big industrial machines already exist, but really what caught my attention was the idea of bringing that kind of finishing tool to a much smaller, much creator-friendly space. Because this wasn't being pitched to some huge industrial machine that needs its own room, an operator, and possibly a forklift. This was being pitched as something that you could sit inside of a studio or a house, something that makers could use, something that small businesses could use, something that could take things we already make and give them a final bit of polish. But at the same time, the big question was this actually going to be useful, or was it just a very clever machine that looks amazing in the demo, but then becomes a nightmare the second you try and use it properly?
And a year later, that question is much easier to answer, because it's not really about the first couple of prints, it's what happens when you start finding real jobs for it.
And this is where the EufyMake E1 really starts to make sense, but only if you've got the kind of brain that immediately looks at a blank surface and thinks, what can I put on that? Because this machine isn't really about one specific use case. It's not just for tumblers, it's not just for signs, it's not just for logos, and it's just not for 3D printed parts. But it's more about the kind of creative mind that you have and how quickly you can start finding places where a machine like this fits into your workflow. Because once you stop thinking about it being just another printer and start thinking of it as a finishing tool, the ideas come very quickly. And here's some recent 3D printed parts that I've been working on. Now, on their own, they're fine. They do the job. But add color, add branding, add texture, add a logo, add a label. Suddenly the same part becomes completely different. And it feels less like a prototype and more like a product. And that, for me, is really the point of this machine. It's not replacing a 3D printer. It's finishing what a 3D printer started.
So if you're still sat there thinking, Well, what could I use this for? Literally thousands upon thousands of different things.
Custom merch, small business branding, workshop labels, product prototypes, cosplay props, model making, YouTube props, event signage, personalized gifts, control panels, packaging samples, acrylic artwork, trophy plates, tool tags, custom tumblers, point of sale displays, and short run products. And more than likely, thousands of other things that people that much more sensible than me will ultimately turn into a side hustle.
And that's the appeal here, because the E1 doesn't just do one specific job.
It gives you another finishing process in the studio. It gives you more things to make and more uses to start finding it for, which is why this machine is quite hard to review in the normal way.
Now, EufyMake are making some pretty bold claims with this machine.
They call it the first personal 3D texture UV printer. They talk about full color printing and up to 1440 dpi, 3D texture up to 5mm, and compatibility with more than 300 materials. Materials like metal, wood, acrylic, ceramic, glass, leather, fabric, film, and more. You've also got standard flatbed printing and larger flat projects up to 330 by 420mm. There's rotary printing for things like tumblers, cups, and mugs. There's UV DTF for stickers and transfers. They've even got a roll to film setup for longer designs, batches, signs, posters, and sticker runs. So on paper, this thing isn't just one machine. It's more like a small desktop printing studio. And I think that's probably the best way to look at this, because the value isn't just one sample. The value is how many different jobs you can give it.
Now, in regards to ease of use and workflow, it's one of the reasons I think that the EufyMake E1 has done so well, certainly from a first-time user perspective.
Because with any machine like this, the scary bit is not always printing. It's the setup, it's the alignment, it's the material height, it's working out whether the artwork is actually going to land, and it's trying not to ruin one object if you only had one. Eufy have tried to make that easier with automatic positioning, using dual lasers and a snapshot camera to help measure the height and the contours. And this is important because if it was too fiddly, people just simply would not use it. And that's the reality of creative tools. The machine can be incredibly powerful, but if using it feels like punishment, it becomes a decoration. And that's why the E1 feels like it's been designed for people who want to make things, not necessarily for people who want to become full-time print technicians. You place the material, you prepare the design, you position it, and you print. And yes, there is still a learning curve, but of course there is. This is still a proper tool.
But of course, it doesn't feel like you've had to work in an industrial print warehouse for the past 10 years just to get started. But we do need to still be realistic. This isn't a magic box, and UV printing still has rules.
You still need to think about the material, you still need to think about the adhesion, and you still need to think about the surface prep, and you still need to think about whether the object is flat enough, clean enough, smooth enough, and actually suitable. And that's the bit that sometimes gets lost when products are aimed at creators. Because yes, this makes UV printing more accessible, but accessible doesn't mean zero effort. You still are dealing with ink, you're still dealing with curing, and you're still dealing with a machine that needs to be looked after. And that's where the Jet Clean self-cleaning system is really useful, because maintenance is one of those boring things that nobody wants to talk about until it becomes the reason the machine is so annoying. So I like that Eufy has clearly thought about making this less intimidating.
But I would still treat this like a proper machine. Not a toy, not a gadget, but a proper finishing tool.
So who is this actually for? I think for the most part it makes sense for people who already make things. If you run a small business, it could help you create branded products, packaging samples, personalized items, labels, stickers, and merch. If you're a maker, this could help you finish 3D printed parts, signs, props, panels, prototypes. And if you're a content creator, it could be useful for your YouTube props, custom set pieces, branded items, giveaways, or weird ideas that suddenly need to exist tomorrow. If you're doing cosplay, model making, electronics, workshop organization, product design, or small batch production, again, there's obvious uses here. But if you just want to print one funny mug every 6 months, I'm not sure this is the machine for you. There are cheaper ways to do that, and there are easier ways to do that. And there are definitely simpler ways to order a novelty gift online. The E1 makes sense if you have ideas, lots of ideas, and more importantly, when you want control over those ideas. When you want to test something quickly, when you want to make one properly, when you want to try a design without ordering 500 units minimum, when you want to finish something in-house, and when you demand quality. This is where it starts to become useful.
And I'd say that's probably what I like most about it. You start picking up stuff and thinking, what can I print on that? Is the surface going to be right? What would it look like with my own kind of branding on it? Could I add texture to that? Could I make it look less boring? And I think these are all signs of a really good creative tool.
Because the best tools are the ones that make you want to try things, not because you have to, but because you want to see what happens. And that's what's happened here. The reason that this video slowed down for me was because I kept finding things to test. A part here, a tumbler there, some artwork, some labels, a sticker idea, a logo, and then suddenly the machine became part of the studio rather than something that I was trying to review. Lots of products are fun for one video. A fewer products actually earn space in the workflow.
I think that's about it from me on the EufyMake E1. Thank you very much to EufyMake and of course PCBWay, the channel sponsors. I want to know if you guys have bought one of these or if you're thinking of buying one of these. And potentially, are you looking to create a business from this? Is it a business in a box like I originally said I thought it was? I think it's got very, very high potential. The price and any kind of discounts that I can offer will be down in the description as per usual. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video useful, of course. Like I said before, this is not a toy. One thing I will suggest as well, if you are looking at getting anything extra for your machine, Wham Bam do these amazing silicone sheets. Now, I was sent these a little while ago. They were on Kickstarter, I believe. And unfortunately, we did the video and the SD card got corrupted. So unfortunately, I lost the footage for that. So sorry to Wham Bam. I'll put the links down in the description if you do want to pick one of these up. These are amazing. Basically, all you need to do is once you've printed on it, any excess that's kind of gone onto this, you can basically pick it off. It'll crumble off. You can wash it. And it's good as new, so you don't have to keep replacing those sheets over and over and over again. Friends, you've been amazing. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Maybe you've learned something. Leave the comments down below. Friends, bye for now.
You are watching a master at work.